Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Go Go Loser Ranger Season 2, episode 14. And honestly, so far it's been the best one I've seen so far. I mean, especially the the first half of the second half of this episode, like when they're in this whole school, given like horror vibes. What I was feeling, getting like horror vibes, because okay, now that D and Angel have been recruited by a wizard named Hisui, who is the first ranked junior officer of the Green Ranger group, has joined their team, right? The Green Ranger group, and so first like they kind of like, oh, okay, start by cleaning the place, right? Taking out the garbage, right? It's like, oh, this is how we're supposed to be doing as officers of the Green Ranger group, so. And so, but now their job is to they're gonna supposed to hunt boss monsters, and then they get with help with a recruit by the guy that D encountered before that he ran off, right. So he's like their informant, and now of course what also that he's we describes because in the opening we see a Red Ranger um a Red Ranger Junior being running, hunted in the woods. Say, hey, there's a kaiju, and then he dies. His severed arm goes down, right? So I'm like, oh, so what's this monster is? But we're not gonna know until later because that's the last we see that for now. So, and then we have the guy Shion, who he was the guy who was that D was competing against in the final exams, right? And so he gets recruited to the Red Ranger group by the leader, who was the Red Ranger. But anyway, what he was saying that there were 12 boss monsters. Seven of them were destroyed by the Rangers, and the five remaining ones. Well, one we already saw was Patrola, who was the rooster that got away, right? And I guess assuming the kaiju one we saw at the start of this episode is another one. And then the third one they're referring to, because in this episode, was like this snake-like creature. Because so as they're going along, they're investigating investigating at this school by the guy who was with them, and then we do get a first look because of the real Hibiki, who's been absent for some time now. This is one where he goes, hey, where has he been, right? And we see him talking to this big guy with like a snake tattoo on his face and glasses, right? And like Hibiki, his face like is like it's I don't know what happened to him. Like his face looks like it's like a different skin color, like it's skin like a reptile skin type, right? So, which he said he still uh wants to reorganize of the whole Ranger organization still. So he's talking with this guy, and that's it for them. It's like, okay, well, at least we get to see him because he's been absent for some time. Like, been wondering where he's been at this whole time. So, but then the rest of the D and the other in the group, right? They go to the school. It looks like it's all run down, all thuggish. It's all looking, and people are like, look all thuggish, right? And so this guy tells him to go around is like, hey, come back during the weekday, right? Saying how he wants to be a hero too and all that stuff, right? And but they say come back, and next time during not the weekend, but during the weekday. So the next time they come back, everything. Well, this is where the whole plot, like, what's makes me wonder what is going on here. This is why it's giving like the horror vibes, right? Because they come in, and the whole place is like it's not in shambles anymore. Everything is like the building is totally normal, clean, everything else, right? No broken windows. It's like the whole building area is all normal again. So, and now they get this whole thing where okay, so if they violate school rules, like the big guy comes in, right, and big tattoo face comes over here and says, "Hey, you violate school rules," and then all of a sudden, boom, the whole thing just restarts again, right? So by the time they say the violate school rules or something like that, the whole thing the whole day gets restarted in a loop again. And we see the guy, because is like the teacher or principal, right? he's behind the desk talking, but to the big guy, and he's like, well, clearly he's wearing a Green Ranger type uniform. So wait, so it makes me wonder: is like a rejected member of the group, or is it the Green Ranger himself? Right? I don't know though, because they didn't show his face, but he's clearly wearing a Green Ranger uniform. But guess we're going to see it on the next episode. So they're going to have to play along with this whole entire thing. Like say, okay, they're sitting in class, right? And since D is not a human, right? So he doesn't know the whole thing, like the rules of school is, right? It's like, hey, the big teacher is like, hey, no eating during class is a violation of the rules. Then the whole thing gets reset. And so now, like, oh, then the next time it's like, oh, D's just like, checks like, hey, Husui is like, hey, you can't just check out the girls' locker room. It's like, well, I thought you needed more information because they reset because he did that thing, and so now the whole thing's been resetted now. So any attempt like saying like school rules violation or like that, the whole thing gets resetted. So they do pretty much go through the whole entire day, but then when it hits like what 3 o'clock or something, then the whole thing got restarted again because like wait, what happened? We didn't do any. I didn't do anything. But then we see the girl, the green recruit, the Green Ranger recruit Angel that was with D before, who joined the group, right? Now it sounds like she's suddenly now getting brainwashed because she tells D, "Hey, what about this math test? Or something like that. Study for it." And then it comes out it's like, okay, she's been now slowly being brainwashed now. So it makes me wonder, like, okay, um, this is getting like a little really unsettling in a way, because they said about the whole snake monster, right? Because like the big guy had a snake tattoo on his face, right? So I don't know, like he's the one who's really behind it, but it looks like the guy who's wearing the green uniform behind it though. But it's like okay, so they come during the weekday. If it's like the weekend, I guess maybe things will go back into being all in ruin, but like during the week is like everything is like running in this loop, and then I guess people being brainwashed. I guess what they were trying to. I guess like they say like oh the people who are here are like brainwashed are the people who like vanished, right? That's what the guy before was like investigating. Like the people who've been spirited away or vanished away, right? I guess all these people are here in the school are those people, and I guess brainwashed as well. And now we see Angel is now being brainwashed now. So now what's gonna happen? Like it's like it's been really good. The whole thing has been unsettling for me because like what is going on here, like who's doing who's behind this. Who knows if it's a Green Ranger recruit gone bad, or is it the Green Ranger himself, or is it the big guy who's really in the mastermind? I don't know, but it has to do like another boss monster. So, and where the whole the kaiju monster in the beginning, we'll have to wait on that though. But and then we see Hibiki, the real Hibiki. What happened to him? Why is he going to that place? And why does his face look all like turned into like all reptile skin or something like that, pink skinned? I don't know though, but just like because he wants to help reorganize the organization though. So by visiting to that place, maybe he has some part of it. I don't know. It's just like this whole episode has been really good, nonetheless though. And it's like, oh man, this is subtle and subtle. What a twist. It is a good twist. It is very twisty. It's like reminds me of what Pikachu, the Ryan Reynolds Pikachu said in the movie. He's like, that's a twist. That's very twisty. So, but episode 2 or 15 or 14 of season 2 of Go Go Loser Ranger, very good, very good. Like let's say that whole thing with the school, the loop, and everything, and the whole brainwash thing. It just does give horror vibes to me. So that's a good thing, May change up the scenery a little bit, So, but anyway, that's the episode of Go Go Loser Ranger, season 2. Very good one. I would say best one I've seen so far. So, of the season though, but is it better than all the ones I've seen the first season? Hard to say though, because it's been a while since I've seen it since then. So, but yeah. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention I'm doing this on the day of Easter, so I want to say Happy Easter, everybody. Forgot to say that at the start of the video though. But hey, Happy Easter to everybody. Okay. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Later.